Good day Forex trader. Your USD Forex Signal, Euro IS moves above 1.1200. The pair will likely keep rising ahead of the important economic data from Europe and the United States. Bullish view. Buy the Euro USD pair and set a take profit at 1.1235. Add a stop loss at 1.100. Timeline, 1 to 2 days. Bearish view. Set a sell stop at 1.1050 and a take profit at 1.100. Add a stop loss at 1.1160. The Euro USD rose in the overnight session as the new round of talks between Russia and Ukraine continued in Turkey. The pair rose to a high of 1.1140, which was the highest level since March 2. Ukraine and Russian talks. Ukraine and Russian negotiators started the new round of talks in Turkey as they attempted to solve the ongoing crisis. This round did not lead to material progress even though the two sides said they were constructive. Ukraine outlined its proposals for accepting neutral status, which will include security guarantees from the US and other EU countries. At the same time, the Russian deputy defense minister said that the country's military will reduce its activities around Kiev and Chernihiv. He said that the goal will be to increase trust during negotiations. Still, analysts believe that the reason is that the Russian military has faced stiff opposition from the Ukrainian military. The Euro USD also rose even after Russia confirmed that it will start selling oil in rubles. The government has already asked its oil and gas companies to start accepting rubles starting from April. EU governments have insisted that they will only use euros. There will be several events to watch on Wednesday. First, the European Commission will publish the latest services, industrial, and consumer confidence data. Expectations are that this confidence declined in March because of the situation in Ukraine. On Tuesday, data by Conference Board revealed that American consumer confidence declined slightly in March. Another catalyst will be a statement by Christine Lagarde, the ECB president. She is expected to reiterate the caution she expressed during this month's meeting. Meanwhile, there will be several important economic data from the United States. ADP will release its estimate of private payrolls. Analysts expect that companies continued boosting their workforce in March. The US will also release the latest GDP and PCE data. Euro USD forecast. The Euro USD pair made a bullish breakout on Tuesday. It managed to rise to the key resistance level at 1.1140. On the 3-hour chart, this price is about 25-day and 50-day moving averages while the MACD and other oscillators have pointed upwards. It is also slightly below the second resistance of the standard pivot point. Therefore, the pair will likely keep rising ahead of the important economic data from Europe and the United States. Gbp Usd Forex Signal, consolidating between $1.3050 and $1.3150. Today's Gbp USD signals. Risk 0.75%. Trades must be taken before 5 p.m. London time today. Long trade idea. Long entry following a bullish price action reversal on the H1 time frame immediately upon the next touch of $1.3000. Put the stop loss 1 pip below the local swing low. Adjust the stop loss to break even once the trade is 25 pips in profit. Take off 50% of the position as profit when the price reaches 25 pips in profit and leave the remainder of the position to run. Short trade ideas. Short entry following a bearish price action reversal on the H1 time frame immediately upon the next touch of $1.3163 or $1.3236. Put the stop loss 1 pip above the local swing high. Adjust the stop loss to break even once the trade is 25 pips in profit. Take off 50% of the position as profit when the price reaches 25 pips in profit and leave the remainder of the position to run. The best method to identify a classic price action reversal is for an hourly candle to close, such as a pin bar, a doji, an outside or even just an engulfing candle with a higher close. You can exploit these levels or zones by watching the price action that occurs at the given levels. Gbp Usd Analysis. I wrote last Monday that the price was starting to break down past the support level at $1.3152. Unless it snapped back above this level very quickly at the London Open, it would be likely to fall further over today until it reached the next support level at $1.3079. This was a great call, as I was exactly right, giving the chance for both a profitable short trade to $1.3079 and a long trade from that level too over the same day. The US dollar has now begun to weaken after strengthening earlier this week, probably because better risk sentiment generated by peace talks between Russia and Ukraine is causing a small flow out of the US dollar into riskier assets. This should tend to boost the price. However, the British pound is not very strong right now due to concerns over poor British economic data, although the price may well rise somewhat, but I am not expecting a large or strong rise here in this currency pair. The technical picture is showing a choppy consolidation between $1.3050 and $1.3150, although the nearest key support and resistance levels are further away. It is possible that the price will rise slightly over today but never reach a key level. The most interesting feature on today's chart is the support at the big psychological round number of $1.3000. The price is very unlikely to hit this level, but if it did and bounced, it could provide a great medium to long-term long trade entry. Technically, if the price hits $1.3163 and makes a bearish reversal, it would make an attractive short trade entry, so I will take this trade if it sets up. Regarding the USD, there will be a release of the ADP non-farm employment change forecast at 1:15 p.m. London time, and final GDP data 15 minutes later. There is nothing of high importance scheduled for today concerning the USD. Aud USD Forex Signal, strong rally pauses but uptrend still intact. The pair will likely continue rising towards the upcoming RBA meeting scheduled for Tuesday next week. Bullish view. Buy the AUD USD pair and set a take profit at 0.7600. Add a stop loss at 0.7400. Timeline, 1 to 2 days. Bearish view. Set a sell stop at 0.7450 and a take profit at 0.7350. Add a stop loss at 0.7550. The AUD USD is loitering near its highest level since November last year after the strong Australian retail sales numbers and the budget. It is trading at 0.7500, where it has been in the past few days. This price is about 7.7% above the lowest level this year. Australia retail sales. The AUD USD held steady after the relatively strong retail sales numbers. According to the Australian Bureau of Statistics, the country's retail sales rose by 1.8% in February. This figure was substantially better than the median estimate of 1%. The strong retail sales numbers happened as Australia decided to end its COVID restrictions. It also allowed vaccinated foreigners to travel to the country for the first time since the COVID-19 pandemic started. Other numbers from Australia have been a bit strong. The house price index has rallied because of the rising demand and limited supplies. At the same time, consumer inflation has remained at elevated levels in the past few months. This trend will likely continue after the latest budget that provided tax relief to Australians. Therefore, the performance of the Australian dollar is a reflection that most analysts expect that the Reserve Bank of Australia, RBA, will change its decision. Analysts at banks like ANZ and Westpac expect that the bank will start moving as early as in its meeting in May. Besides, its peers in Western countries like the Federal Reserve and Bank of England have already started implementing rate hikes. The AUD USD also reacted mildly to the latest jolts and consumer confidence data from the United States. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the country's job openings declined from 11.28 million to 11.26 million in February. Meanwhile, data by Conference Board showed that consumer confidence rose from 105.7 to 107.2 in March. The key data to watch today will be the final reading of US Q4 GDP data and the ADP non-farm employment change number. Aud USD Forecast. The Aud USD pair has been in a strong upward trend in the past few weeks. On the daily chart, it is attempting to test the important resistance at 0.7557, which was the highest level on October 29. It has also moved to the 50% Fibonacci retracement level while the MACD has moved above the neutral level. Therefore, the pair will likely continue rising towards the upcoming RBA meeting scheduled for Tuesday next week. The key reference level to watch will be at 0.7600.